Okay. So I'm really excited to show this off. So it doesn't look like much. I know this, and I know it's nothing compared to what other people have done or will do, or so on and so on. But for me, who has only made Minecraft mods for pretty much the last 7 years with only a slight little bit of dabbling in Unity and other game engines, I'm happy to actually have something I can call my own. This is actually a game built in Java that uses free open Java source libraries like OpenGL and lwjgl, the same things Minecraft uses for its stuff. And I've coded it most myself. Yeah, I've used some tutorials to make it, but it's functional. I have a character, I have a background, I can move around and stuff. I know it doesn't look like much, and of course the movement is not exactly what you'd expect of a game. Um, though the game I am developing, you're not actually meant to move like this. I'm just doing this for test purposes. I've got a character here. The character's got a player controller attached to the player controller, then can receive key binding and movements. The ideal, though, is I would be using mouse input and moving this character around with a mouse because it's going to be a strategy-based game. It's going to be turn-based. I think XCOM, that's what I'm heading for. But I've got something that is really cool. It actually functions. I've got a background, which is the orange thing. I know it looks like it's a solid color. It actually is a texture file being loaded in. I just colored it orange because I didn't know what else to do with it. I have a character which I made really quick a couple days ago here. It moves around. Now there's no limits, so I can go anywhere I want off the screen. Um, I also haven't updated the camera box. So the camera box is stationary. It doesn't move. I don't think I actually will move it. I think I'll move the map rather than it. So I've actually got to work on that here. I've got to do the tile system here. Once I get the tile system set, then we're going to replace the background. Actually, we'll probably leave the background here, and we'll probably just color it black instead of this, or we'll color it something depending on the level. So maybe we'll do like a pit or a chasm or star background. Like if you're fighting on a space station, it'd be a starry background. But there'll be a background here which will render. Then we got these character renders, and we'll do a tile engine, so we'll have tiles that'll render on here. The tiles will make up the actual map, so you'll get that map look and feel. The entities will be attached to the tiles. Well, not quite attached, but they'll sit on top of the tiles, and there'll be one entity per grid, and then they'll move between grids. Although we'll have a movement system, say like if I wanted to move forward, the entity would move. And of course, this is responding a little too quick. Thing to keep in mind is I actually have 60 ticks a second where Minecraft has 20. I'm probably going to actually drop that down just because of that, which I think I can do that really quick. This is a delta-based system, so even if I drop the tick rate down, it will still actually function properly. I think I can just do... The thing is, I didn't write a lot of this code because I actually got it from a tutorial. I don't know how the code fully runs. I know basically how this is working is that every time it loops, it's going to go, okay, as soon as we've moved essentially the amount of time we want to move forward, which is essentially a 1/60th of a second, because you get up here, it's nanoseconds of a second divided by 60, so it's actually, so we got now versus minus time. So we know the difference in the amount of time we have divided by a nanosecond. And this is set to 1. So if we just set this to 3, it should actually do our code properly. And I actually have to restart the whole game because I'm not running in debug mode here, but if I hit run game display here, which by the way, this is only the game display, the logic loop of the game is not running. But if we do that, actually that did drop our control speed down. It should have dropped the number down here over here, but I think we're still getting 60 a second. So we got updates. I'll have to toy with this code. I'll leave it here because I'm getting a much better response out of the code now. Although, depending on how quickly my computer is running, it is affecting the speed, which is not what I want to happen. That's the reason why we're going to have a logic loop and then a render loop. So if your graphics card slows down or ramps up like mine's doing right now, it won't affect movement. All the logic will run on the CPU, then all the rendering will run on the graphics card. But that's it right now. I'm going to get you guys some more of these videos here later. I'll be bouncing between this game development and mod development back and forth as I kind of want to get this game in a functional state here by the end of summer. So that's 3 to 4 months away, I think, if I did my math right. Actually, I think it's 5. Yeah, 5 months. I want to get it out by then in a playable state so I can start alpha testing it. The alpha testing most likely will be released on my website or something. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that yet. The goal is to put it on Steam and then sell the game at a reasonable price. I think we're going to charge maybe 20 for it. But it is going to have campaign packs, and the campaign packs will probably be sold from anywhere from between $1 to $5, depending on how complicated the campaign is. But that's it right there. So we'll close that off and see you.